Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working on making a lot of government administrations. That work needs to be done, and that will be a work that is accelerated over time. Now, if we're actually at 13.9k, which for the record, I don't think we are. This number is usually wrong when I first start up the game. But if we're actually at 13.9k, then we'll expand our construction. I don't think we are. Let's find out. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. Yep. We're not there. So we're not ready to expand our construction yet. We are definitely going to need to break free from Great Britain as soon as possible, right? There's no doubt about that. How can we absolve our obligation? We would have to take on their debts. And they don't have any debt right now. Okay. Because, yeah, British Raj would no longer owe an obligation to Great Britain. We would need them to take on a debt, though. And we'd want to catch that early so that we would take on a small debt. Small debt. That would be the ideal scenario. We are working our way through these government administrations, and that's going to be a while. No doubt about that. How are we doing on... Yeah, small arms are currently expensive. Coal, wood, and iron are all currently expensive as well. Okay. We're positive financially right now. That is a very, 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 very good sign. I would like to use up this investment pool. And we're not using as much of it as I'd like to see. Up at about 5k weekly does mean that we would be able to expand our construction sectors pretty soon. Now at about 7k. I like it. And our private constructions are ticking along. There's no doubt about that. So with our private constructions ticking along, that's looking good. Our government constructions have a lot that we need. What we need more than anything, though, is to pay off this debt and put that money towards construction. That is the top priority. If Britain would pay our debt, that would be amazing. But we would probably owe them an obligation to do that. So yeah, Britain doesn't currently have a debt. Their GDP is slightly higher than ours, but honestly, that's mostly... Okay, that war's over. Okay. That's mostly because they are stealing from us, to be honest. That's most of their economy. Like... We're currently tossing them 150k. That's like 10% of their economy. So, yeah. That's definitely a thing. Okay, it's not 10%, is it? That's like 1%? I think I mathed that wrong. But whatever. It doesn't actually matter. We're at 10.5k right now. We're starting the snowball rolling. That is the important thing. Once we hit 12 to 15... that's when we're going to expand our construction. That's the goal here. Once we have this under control, we will break free from Great Britain. And we can always demand our independence. They're not going to accept it. Relations being amicable help this. But I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where they would accept it. Unless it's via the army power projection. I suppose that's a theoretical possibility. We'll demand the independence, not like they'll accept it. Cool. That's just a symbolic thing. So we can see right now, we're hovering at around 10k weekly. That's solid. But we need to accelerate our construction. So we're going to be done with mutual funds in 18 months. Once that's complete, I definitely want to work on our construction methods. So modern sewerage would be a good one. The primary benefit there would be the infrastructure. But then we go down into steel frame buildings. So mutual funds will be done soon, right? Our literacy rate is low, there's no doubt about that, and I want to start bumping up our law enforcement institution. We're lacking the bureaucracy to go to max, but we definitely want to bring up our law enforcement. No doubt about that one. 14.7k. Let's see what happens on this weak tick here. Okay, I think that's viable. Let's go ahead and expand our construction sector in probably not Delhi. Let's go for North Bengal, like we were talking about before. We're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So those will be done in 3 weeks. Make that 2 weeks. And this shouldn't put us too far negative financially. It should be pretty close. Enact proportional taxation movement with extreme radicalism. Hang on. Would this be good for us? We're on land-based right now. Plus 124k? Absolutely do this. We have 54% chance here. This is amazing. I love this movement. Do it. 100% of the time, do it. We dropped to minus 30k from that construction? Really? No. No, that's not the reason that we dropped. We dropped because the landowners are unhappy because of our taxation change. That's the reason why we dropped. Okay, so that's fine. That is completely and totally fine. We have a 54% chance of success here. I think it's going to be good. So we are expanding our construction a little bit, but we need to work our way out of this hole that we've created by making the landowners upset. So, the question is, do we manage to pass this on the first go? If we do, that's going to be a huge benefit to us. Absolutely huge. 124k is absolutely enormous. Our unrealized taxes are getting a lot better. No doubt about that. We're down to 245k there. And I want to check in... Yeah, that's all fine for the moment. I wanted to see... We can support more declared interests. That's fine for now. We're not too concerned about that. Hey, Britain. Want to give us independence? They don't. They don't. I would love it if they did. But they absolutely do not. We are bringing our balance back up, even with this tax issue. So that's good. Absolutely great. 55% chance of passing this here. So fingers crossed on that one. That will put us in so much better of a financial situation. So much better. Yeah, the radicalists are mostly up over here. So that's definitely something to think about. I also want to go into our institutions and try to bump this up, but we can't quite do that yet. We're actually really close to it. So once we finish up a couple more of these government administrations, I expect that to be fixed. Cool. How many more pages of government administrations do we have here? Okay. On the top, we have 12. Fair enough. So the public address went awry. So we're down to a 45% chance. That's sad, but it could still pass pretty easily here. We do need to get these government administrations set up. And that'll swing our finances around. Absolutely. I would really like it if we were constructing a little faster. But we need proportional taxation to pass for that to happen, or we need a bunch more of these government administrations built, right? The taxation capacity is still insane, but we're getting better at that. It's getting improved. We're mostly building in North Bengal right now, which is ideal. This is where the majority of our lack is. And yeah, that looks really good. I'm happy about that. So, proportional taxation is... Okay, preserve land-based taxation with 190 radicalism. So, this is going to happen in 10 weeks. Perfectly wrong timing, I think, isn't it? It's exactly when this rolls. What can we do about the landowners? They're currently angry. We need to get the landowners less useful, right? We need to reduce their amount of power. They have 62.4%. And most of that's from serfdom, to be honest. Most of that is from serfdom. So they would exit the government, but there's no one else in the government. Okay. Do we allow these to secede? Yeah, it's on the same day. The revolution happens on the same day that this roll happens. Do we let them secede? Britain should help with that, right? Britain should help us crush this revolution, I think. So I think that would be okay. And if we deliberately allow these guys to secede and then crush them, I think it's fine. That should help us a lot, actually. Okay, my math was a little off. So they are now seceding, right? This is not shocking. And we are going to see about letting Britain in on this. Would Britain join? They are actually against Britain in this. Okay, so Britain is involved. We are then going to go into our military and recruit generals in a general in the South India HQ. Cool. So we're now going to send Algernon Cobham over to where? We'll send him over here for now. We'll send Richard over to, I think, this Pegu front. And we'll send this guy over to, I think, the Ceylon front. Okay. So it's going to be a little awkward. But Britain should send forces as well. And all of the British subjects, I think, should too, right? Is Britain with the British Raj supporting? Okay. Opium addiction. Oh no! Anyway. Where did our general go? Did we just have a general die? I guess? Or did he defect? I don't know. Regardless, we're going to send some forces over here. We're hoping that Britain is on their way. That's kind of the goal here. And it looks like they are on their way, I think. No, this is us on the way in. Okay, so we'll look at the Aristocratic revolt. 35 plus 674. We should definitely start our conscription. Okay, so we're going to activate our conscripts, and hopefully Britain shows up. We're also going to bump up our... actually, this is not actually started yet. So let's hold off on that. So all of these are no longer... Russia sided with the Aristocratic revolt. That's awkward. We currently have no legitimacy. And that's because they're not in our government. Fair enough. Okay, Britain, what do you got? And hopefully we get that... Okay, we can't actually do this because we are France-sided with the Aristocratic revolt too. Okay, that's very awkward. Very, very awkward. We're going to enter the countdown to war here soon. Everybody hates Britain, right? So this isn't hugely shocking. Not hugely shocking as well, or at all. We'll see how this plays out. We're going to bump up our wages soon enough, once we're in the countdown to war. France is damaging relations. No shockers there. Okay, so we're about to enter the countdown to war. We'll see how that goes. We're going to bump up our military wages. We're going to go into our buildings and go to skirmish infantry, mobile artillery. We're going to be on... That's it for now. But we need to do largely the same thing for our conscripts where we can. Okay. And we're also going to need to recruit potentially a general in the Indochina HQ. There we go. And you are going to be mobilized, and you're going to advance on the West Indies front. Okay. So we'll see how this war goes. Britain will show up eventually. War is going to break out, but they have allies as well, and I'm not sure how this is going to go. We'll find out. So we have a small advantage out over here. The landowners have been total jerks this whole time, and so if we're able to crush them here, that would be great. We'll see how that plays out. Persia is improving relations. Okay. Fingers crossed that we managed to pull this off. We do have some vulnerable fronts. No shockers there. Britain is currently setting up a diplomatic play in Zanj. Hopefully they're actually sending forces here. It looks like they are. I think. I hope. I hope. So we've got some occupied territory here. That's looking okay. This battle is going well. Indeed. This battle is going well. This battle is going poorly. This battle is going poorly as well. But up here is where most of their power level is. If we can shrink this down to just a couple of fronts, that would be very beneficial for us. So I think that would be good. Yeah, we need to get this front cleaned up. That is the top priority right now. We're winning the war at the moment. It's a little bit awkward of a war, but we are winning it. So keep in mind that we are constructing in a strange way right now. And we're going to need to redo our construction queue after this war is over. But we're definitely currently winning it. Organized crime exists. We can't really afford to do anything about that, which does suck. East India Company is attacking out over here. No shockers there. Cool. War with Gogo broke out. No shockers there. But there's mutual funds unlocked. That is good. And we're going to immediately work on modern sewerage. Okay. So we're looking to shrink down the number of fronts here, right? That is the primary goal at this moment. This guy is standing by. I want him to go over to, like, the Mauritania West Sahara front. No, don't do that. Go to the Indian Ocean Territory front, Sierra Leone Timbuktu front. No, I think I want them to go to, like, the Ceylon Pegu front. Okay. So we'll take them on over there. We'll have some forces come in. We'll win this battle, of course. And there's a lot of battles going on. No doubt about that. But we are winning. Now, we're not the war leader here. Britain is the war leader, which is not shocking. But we're definitely currently winning this war. So we'll get this under control. Unfortunately, some of our best areas were the ones that revolted. But given the fact that the landowners were that powerful, that's not shocking. But I think we'll be okay here. We're winning this battle decisively. Extremely decisively. So that's great. Cool. Our convoys are being sunk, and we're having some difficulties down over here, but that's because we're primarily focusing up this way right now. We need to crush their forces up here first. That is priority 1. So this battle is about to be won. And there we go. We win that battle and take back some of that territory. So they're down to 38 war enthusiasm at this point. I'm going to move this guy over to this front here. Head on over there and get that taken care of. Get that cleared up. That puts us at 100% here, and we're going to take this over very, very easily. So that will clear out some of that territory. Awkwardness going on down here, but for the moment, that's fine. I want to clean up all of these fronts, and things are looking very, very good there. So that's all under our control. These are going to be big battles here. No doubt about that. And we're losing this one. Thanks, Russia. Okay. So the question is, when are we going to press the Annex East India Company Aristocratic revolt here? Britain would currently accept a white peace. Wait, Britain has loans right now. Great Britain would not accept this. Okay. Sad. Well, we're going to continue to fight and hopefully win some of these battles. Yeah, this one we absolutely win. So we are winning this war, right? It's a little close. It's not a super clean war, but we are winning it. They actually don't really have too much out over here. And we're cleaning this up at this point. So that looks great. We are solidly ahead at this point. How's this battle? These are the important battles here. We're winning. I love it. Over here, we're winning. Cool. This front down here is more awkward. There's no doubt about that. But the East India Company is now negative here. And Britain has not made any super bad decisions yet. Water tube boilers unlocked. Okay, cool. We'll deal with those after the war. Russia is being awkward down over here, but I want to get this area cleaned up first. Once we have this, and there's not that much left over here. Yeah, this is awkward over this way. Okay. Gold discovered in British Columbia. Okay. They just capitulated. Beautiful. So the war is over. They capitulated. Rural folk are now powerful. I want to go into here. We have an illegitimate government right now, and the best that we can do is unacceptable with the intelligentsia. We'll go ahead and do that. And are we going to be able to push this through? Yes, we are. They want to enact proportional taxation, and so do we. 73% chance on that. So we're going to go ahead and enact this. 3, 2, 1, and it worked. Beautiful. Okay, so there's proportional taxation, putting us immediately hugely positive financially. We do need to turn down our military wages, and we need to turn down our barracks here. We need to go through all of our buildings at this point. Make sure that railways are set to auto-expand, cargo prioritization, and we're going to do government run, I think. For our railways? Yes. Okay, so we're going to go through and make sure that all of these are set to auto-expand. Urban centers should be on market squares, gas streetlights, personal transportation only, I think. Actually, that might be okay. We'll give that a go. Filing cabinets for government administration, auto-expand art academies, and trade centers. Should not necessarily be subsidized. Cool. We need to go through all of the production methods as well. So this is on merchant guilds right now. Are we better off publicly trading these? In most cases, not currently. Water tube boilers are definitely a thing. Craftsman sewing, crystal glass, bone china. Publicly traded is good for glassworks. Okay. Steel tools, water tube boiler, publicly traded, yes. Paper bleaching. Water tube boiler. Publicly traded. Publicly traded is not acceptable for chemical plants right now. Water tube boilers and publicly traded. Looks good. We can go for steam engines, water tube boiler. No publicly traded here. Or here. Okay. We could go down to military shipbuilding, actually. And since there's a man-of-war's shortage, that would probably be good. Smoothbores sound okay. And the rest of that looks good. Okay. Rural areas. Publicly trading would be negative here. Positive here. Harvesting tools. Cool. Slaughterhouses. And do we want you publicly traded? Yes, we do. Cool. Coal mines, condensing engine pumps. And publicly traded looks good. Auto expand would be fine. Rail transportation, publicly traded, and auto expand. Excellent. And that was already set to auto expand. Sure. Publicly trading is good here. Condensing engine pumps and publicly trading is fine. Rail transportation for all of these and auto expand. Do we want to publicly trade them? Currently, the answer is only on some. Okay. So we definitely want rail transportation for all of these. We're probably going to have a transportation shortage, is my guess here. We'll see how that plays out. If we need to, we can turn down our urban centers. So that would be completely okay. Logging camps go to sawmills, hardwood production, rail transportation, and not publicly traded for the moment. Okay. This goes to fishing trawlers. Cool. Okay. Ports can go to cargo ports. And our construction sectors are on iron frame buildings. There we go. Now, we're going to need to re-queue up all of those government administrations, right? So we know that we need... Each of these government administrations gives 10 taxation capacity. We know that we're going to need none in the Himalayas now. Okay. So let's go into the Himalayas here and cancel these expansions, since apparently those are no longer needed. Let's see. Any others in here? Yes. So Anglo-American Travancore. We'll go ahead and cancel those as well. That's looking good. This is going to need a lot less. Okay. So we need 2 here. We need 3 here. We need 4 here. We need 9 here. We need 15 here. Here we only need 20. So South Bengal is going to need actually like 21. So we'll go ahead and turn that down. That makes things easier for us, for sure. So 21, and then Mysore is going to need 31. So that's going to be quite a lot. 61 here is not quite the amount that we need. We need 58. So something like that. Okay. And then here we need... Okay, I'm going to queue these up at the bottom. We need some, like, 86 here. Okay. So 86. Here we need some 91. Okay. So 91. Actually, we need 92. Not 131. What am I doing? We need 92. There we go. That'll do. Here we're going to need 112, or 113 actually. We have 114 queued up, so we'll go down there by 1. Here we're going to need a grand total of 130. Okay. Here we're going to need 131, which is exactly what we have queued up. And here we have 17 queued up. We're going to need 188. Okay. A lot of these I'm queuing up at the bottom. There we go. So that's good. We have low market access in a bunch of these locations. I'm not sure how real that lack of market access is. It's probably not infrastructure based. We do have some lack of infrastructure here, though. So 20 infrastructure each means we need one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, 2 here, and actually 4 here? Yes. No. Yes. Math is hard. We don't actually need 2 here. Okay. So something along the lines of this is what we're going to need to do. It's going to require some work, and we're going to need to expand our construction. Absolutely, for sure. So in Madras, we'll go ahead and take that up to max. I'm going to max out North Bengal as well. And Delhi. There we go. And that should eat through our finances there. Delhi is... Why is this pinned open? Can you go away? Thanks. Okay. Delhi is honestly going to be lower priority than these others. So we need to come out over this direction and do something like that. Okay. Apparently North Bengal is also going to be kind of slow, but not tremendously. Cool. And with that, it is past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to get set up with our shiny new paradigm. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.